Hello, my name is Anthony Davis. I'm an attorney with the law offices of Christopher Nudo. Today, for our newsletter, we have an article where we're going over the top 5 do-it-yourselfer mistakes. I just want to clarify the purpose of this video. I understand some of you guys, like you really want to do it on your own. That's okay. A lot of respect to you, but there's no reason to take a risk on this. Think of it as these are 5 tweaks that you can be more aware of. And I do think that it is prudent to have you come on in, sit down, and talk with us. If there's some aspects of the plan that you want to do on your own, that's okay. And then we can cover some of the more technical aspects of estate planning and make sure that it gets done correctly. First one that comes up is going to be just not doing any estate planning at all. I've got a small estate. What do I need to do anything for? Everything will just work out on its own. There is a state statute which is going to automatically govern how your stuff is distributed. And even if it's a smaller estate, it's a prudent idea just to touch base with us, set up a consult, and make sure that the distribution pattern is actually going to be what you want it to be. Number 2 that pops up is just issues with do-it-yourself estate planning in general. I'll have clients sometimes they'll start moving into some of the more technical aspects, needing to get property descriptions correct, index numbers, doing searches on various counties for their house to look at the chain of title. These kinds of things are the kinds of things that people tend to be mistake prone to. And even if you want to do part of your own estate plan, it can be beneficial to meet with a lawyer, make sure things are being done correctly, and then kind of offload those more technical tasks to us to make sure that it gets done correctly. And then the next one that comes up is just not updating your estate plan. So a lot of times when clients are taking a do-it-yourself route, they're finding forms offline and just filling them out. And the forms might be a little confusing when certain life changes happen, such as buying or selling a house. They may require some maintenance from them that they're not aware of. If you come in and talk with us, we can keep an eye out for those issues and make sure that if there were any major life changes that occurred, that the estate plan is being updated appropriately to make sure that it will actually do what you want it to do. Another common one that comes up, the 4th one, is going to be over-reliance on joint ownership. So a lot of times what people will do is they'll want to keep an estate out of probate, and they'll hear that joint ownership is the easiest way to do this. There's some risk with that. So if you go and you set a child or a sibling on your deed, they now hold title with you. And if you ever change your mind about this, they have to consent to taking their name off of that deed, which is not always going to be easy to do because now they have an interest and they can only give up that interest voluntarily in the property. In addition, if their name has been added to the deed of a property that you own, and let's say that child goes through a divorce or develops a creditor issue, those creditors and that divorce court, that 1/3 interest that they own, that's now subject to those legal proceedings. So that's another risk. And another issue that comes up as well is that if you're just adding people onto the deeds of a house, you're also inviting capital gains issues as well, tax issues. So what this means is that they're going to have to pay the full capital gains upon your passing. We're not preserving the step up in basis by taking that approach. So it's generally a good thing to meet with an attorney and just make sure that those kinds of do-it-yourself plans that use a lot of joint tenancy tricks, that they're actually going to, again, do what it is that you want to do in the most efficient manner possible. And then the last one, number 5, is tax mistakes that pop up when doing do-it-yourself planning, kind of little landmines that people accidentally step on. So this could be that capital gains issue that I mentioned previously. Also, a lot of times they'll run into gift tax issues on accident. That's another common one. And then this is a bit rarer, but sometimes I'll have people that have very large estates that don't properly do their estate planning, and now they have death tax issues that they have to deal with. those are the top 5 do-it-yourself estate planning mistakes. Hopefully, I helped a few of you at least avoid those. If you're not sure if you're leaning towards do-it-yourself estate planning work, please give us a call and come on in. Our meeting could potentially save a lot of headaches for you. But I hope this has been helpful, and I look forward to talking with all of you. Take care.